If you're here now, you're probably late. Or maybe not. We just wanted to catch up real quick. We've done a couple of videos. I have my Cocktail Tony shirt out. We wanted to showcase the
Maui Karen Ann. So I have a t-shirt from her channel. Please go check her out, linked below. And
there was something else we forgot to do. So we had this. Do you remember that? Well, there were a lot of questions in the chat of the premiere about what really happened with this bottle and who liked it, who didn't, and how it was drank. So what we're gonna do here real quick is catch you up. So now that we have it focused, pretty much Old Camp is the Florida Georgia line flavored whiskey. It's peach pecan whiskey. So peaches from Georgia, pecans from Florida, whiskey, a drink that they love, that they always have beforehand, with their Old Camp, which is their crew that sets up the shows. So they drink this before and after, or they drank whiskey and then they sponsored this flavored whiskey to represent their band, their brand, and have something kind of cool. So now that we're all caught up, a lot of people wondered if Theresa liked it. So I have the glass. We'll pour a little in here.
I get to try it now.
Try it out.
Yester Kitchen said that you did that.
Jill
at Yester Kitchen.
A lot of people thought I was going to drink out of this bottle, and now I have. So either you were clairvoyant or you knew that I was doing it.
It was good. I don't think you gave me that much. I didn't mean to do it like a shot, but it was sweet, creamy, tastes really good. Tom's Food Factory had said that it sounds like a pie, and it really does. It has that sweetness to it of peaches and pecans.
Yeah, this would probably be good in a great pecan pie. And in the comments below, do you say pecan or pecan? People get crazy over this stuff. You get corrected wherever you go. We've been saying pecan because we're in Texas and that's what they say, and you have to fit in. Also, there was a large recent poll, right? They asked people how it was pronounced, and pecan squeaked out over pecan. So now we have peach pecan whiskey, right?
I love it. I love it. I think it's a great video, a great review. So be sure to check that out. I'll be linking it above, and hope you get a chance to try it. And so what's next?
Everybody's seen this video already, haven't they?
I would hope so. There was a great showing of so many people watching it and commenting. We really appreciate all that support. And just a quick shout out for Walsh Family Farms. He's actually going to be sending us some pecans. So we're gonna be using it in a pecan pie recipe.
Can he send the whiskey? Can you send the whiskey?
I don't know. That's a good idea though.
Somebody else send peaches.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Should I go now?
No, let's hit the music. All right, guys, sorry about that. We went out of order. I know some of you got a little confused. Was I here late? Is this a premiere? What the heck is going on? So that's why we did a reset with the music. Now, because of the very interesting feedback that we got from the peach pecan, the Old Camp whiskey, I did a little further digging because they used to have a regular whiskey as well, but that's kaput. They actually teamed up with, Florida Georgia Line teamed up with Jason Aldean, and now they have Wolf Moon Bourbon. So I'm looking forward to finding that and trying it. I've gotten a little bit more into bourbon, even though it's a little bit too fancy now. Everybody's on bourbon, and seltzers, beer seltzers, and everything else. Everything's trendy, but I do enjoy a good bourbon, so I look forward to trying that one. And we're gonna go ahead and move into something that One Hot Bite, Melissa at One Hot Bite, was one of the few folks that actually responded to one of our polls and said, what should we do next? And it was a pumpkin beer. So we went out and we found us a pretty good pumpkin beer here. Get your beer here. Post Road Pumpkin Ale, Brooklyn Brewery. Right off of the bottle top here, it has some good advertisement. And it basically says in the 18th century, colonial Americans brewed wonderful and interesting ales using local ingredients. This is true. What's pretty cool about this whole story, and this is not on the bottle, but back years, Brooklyn was like the center of the universe at one point, right? Like 1/3 of the people in America can trace their roots back to their ancestors in Brooklyn. So they came in through the port in Brooklyn and then dispersed. So it was a huge center, and a lot of Germans and Austrians came through, and they also brought their brewing with them. And that's what Brooklyn Brewery itself really wanted to do, is bring brewing back to Brooklyn and do it in a natural way. Now, if you do a Google search, you've lived in Brooklyn, we've done our time, we've lived in Brooklyn for many years. Nature is probably one of the last things that you think about. But they wanted to make sure that they were doing it right. So they have a James Beard award-winning brewmaster there, Garrett Oliver. Him and his team have really done a lot of research and tried to figure out how to make these beers honor tradition, which Brooklyn is steeped in traditions and history. It's a virtual melting pot of America in a I think there's 2.5 million people in one borough. So there is a lot of representation. They wanted to make sure that they were upholding the standards of those who came before them, which we really appreciate. So they're in Williamsburg. It's a very artsy area. Some people may recognize them like Brooklyn Bridge and other things like art. It's a very artsy area. A lot of writers. It's a really cool hip scene and vibe. There's a lot of folks who'd like to live in Williamsburg, although it's way too expensive in my opinion now to be worth it anymore. But they're on 79 North 11th Street in Brooklyn, 11249 for those who know the zip codes. But let's go ahead and get this thing open. I'm really interested. It says, pumpkins were favored by the brewers. Now, if you've seen our pumpkin pie video, we do talk a lot about how pumpkin pie was created and how they did it colonial and how we do it today, and it's a little bit different. I could smell real pumpkin in here, that's for sure, no doubt. So it says, pumpkin's rich, spicy flavors melded perfectly with the malted barley, and Post Road brings you a delicious rendition of this traditional American classic. So let's get our beer glass here, get a little pour in. It's a nice little golden color to it, doesn't it? There we go. Look at that. Nice thick beer head there. I get pumpkins and nutmeg. So I think that may be the only two, I'm sure they have more spices in there. But those are the two that are really jumping out, the pumpkin and the nutmeg. I get a little bit of the spice there. Just a little, it's very subtle. This I would definitely put into a traditional or a classic flavored beer. What does that mean? It's not huge on artificial flavor. I think a lot of the times when people Americanize things, they really go heavy on the flavor because we want it to, in the face, right? You want to get punched in the face with the flavor. This doesn't do it. This is very subtle, it's very crisp, it's light, perfect for fall, of course, right? This is a pumpkin flavored beer with nutmeg spices and probably a couple of more. It has a fall vibe. It doesn't have a syrup vibe, which I like. I like that this is traditional. I like that this is natural. I like that it's not heavy. Now, I know there's been a large trend towards people wanting big, heavy, bitter IPA style flavors. This is not the beer for you. If that's what you're into, don't buy this. If you're looking for something that's crisp, clean, this is your beer. Like the video, that's free. Buy the beer, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah. At one point, Brooklyn was responsible for brewing 10% of all the beer in the United States. That was a long time ago. So I am glad that Brooklyn Brewery has been around for a while. I don't remember exactly what year it was that they opened up and actually started brewing in the borough of Brooklyn. But I'm glad that they did, because this is a place that you can go to. It's easily accessible. Right? There's transportation all over the place to get there. And they definitely open up, and they have tours, and they have a tasting room, and they have all the stuff you'd expect. They have some merchandise. I wish they'd carry this shirt, right? If they were catching a buzz with their cuz, this would be a heck of a lot more popular. It'd be a lot cooler if they did. 5% alcohol in here. I would say this is probably really good with turkey, maybe ham. You get it, the Thanksgiving vibe. Do they make an Oktoberfest beer? Yes, they do. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to keep my eye out for that. I think just being true to German heritage and the roots of where these beers came from, I think that it would be appropriate for them to create a Oktoberfest Märzen, and we would definitely cheers to that. So if you're listening, Brooklyn Brewery, we're waiting on you. I'm sure it's somewhere, I just can't find it. I'm going to take another sip of this, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about the brewery and what's coming up. Hashtag Brooklyn Brewery. Instagram. They're on Instagram. They got some pretty cool pictures there. They also have a number of other seasonal beers. I'm not going to rattle them off here now. They will be making an appearance. And then they have their regular line that they always have. But I'm kind of into this. Post Road Pumpkin Ale. I think this is a nice beer if you could pick it up. They only have it for a couple of months. Again, yeah, if you're in the New York or the tri-state area, I would definitely check them out. Be a great time, nice little happy hour, 5, 6 o'clock. Catch a buzz with your cuz, let them know we're talking about them. That would be nice. And also, as well, look forward to our pumpkin whiskey that's coming up. I guess we can call it pumpkin moonshine. We get it out of Tennessee, but we won't reveal too much more on that. We just want to make sure we're bringing you all the content that you're asking for. And we appreciate the comments below, and visit some of the channels like One Hot Bite. This pumpkin beer is for you. So we thank you for voting on it. Tasted great. And with that, we're going to go finish this beer. And we can't wait to see you next week for your Thursday Buzz with your cuz. Oh, we got something on Monday too, I almost forgot. But we'll catch you next time, catch a buzz with your cuz, only if you're of legal drinking age in your local municipality, wherever you're watching this around the world. Cheers. I'm gonna put this over here because it's gonna focus. All right, maybe we'll put it here, it'll focus here.
You're putting it right in front of your face.